izginjanje. Pol leta po tvoji smrti sem poklicala domov. Nihče ni dvignil slušalke in nenadoma me je na tajnici presenetil tvoj glas. Kot bi kaktus iz okenske police zjutraj obkrožili mojo posteljo. Kot da se oglašaš iz kocke rožnatega želeja. Tvoj glas je bil znan in hkrati tuj. Neobičajno odločen kot glas 30-letnika, ki ni nikoli doma in potrebuje tajnico. Ker je pravkar prišel z rokometa in se mu mudi na strelske vaje. Kot vsi strelci ve, da mora na poti v strelišče zreti skozi okno avtobusa v vedno isto točko, luna na popoldanskem nebu. Da mu potem pred tarčo srce začne biti s črnimi krogi, dokler jih z utripom ne sklene v piko in pritisne na sprožilec. Znan glas 30-letnika, ki je pravkar na poročnem potovanju v Benetke s kaseto Glena Millerja v avtu. Ženski klobuk s širokimi krajci. Lahke poletne hlače, Gatsbyjev stil, zdrsnejo preko kolen, ko preskakuje po 2 stopnici čez mostove. Smrdljivi kanali, vlažni zidovi, golobi, ji reče, povsod golobi. Hkrati z vžigalnikom lahkotno prežiga nasmeške na negative. Grem mimo tega visokega, vitkega moškega v svetli poletni srajci, ki me ne prepozna. Ni me še. Pomislim, ko bomo presneli tajnico in bo tvoj glas v moji glavi postajal zabrisan, bom ostala nekoliko bolj porozna. Začelo se bo pripravljati moje izginjanje.
Allora, legge la sua poesia l'amico Chance.
In the black and white days, we were children once. Each newness we spied, we named, colored, and burned. As clouds in a stolid castle we drifted, as twinkling skies free. And the star vowed never to untrace the perfect geometry of our being. We peeled and pruned the onion birthday layers, melting to chilly pools, our peppermint years. As cubs chasing lions, we blew the dandelion ears to scattered seed. There was only one first. Once, the first tooth, first kiss, first lie, then overlapped layers caked in knowing. Nights the bonfires burned with witches of story and song. No vengeful geometry, angled but spun in yarns. Nightmares past, we were free. He and I careened flutter by free, from choice without choice that would tilt years, from consequence and cruel geometry. Our only shared sliding was once and forever. I wished shooting stars it could be burned, not sunk to haunt us as monster fossil layers. Grown-ups talked of skeleton shame and layers of duty, but I nudged we must both be free. Your feathery cling grew ever closer as months burned, across the swirling fullness of 15 years. I plunged you, colored you, named you once. I plunged the detail of your field geometry. I knew this was no noughts and crosses geometry, but playing for keeps, the tension of layers and labor. I scarcely grasped the secret cub that I was once, before my maternal choice pierced to set you free. Time has faded to a compromised gray. The years melt and congeal to tears as they are burned. Sense, sound, sight, Sesame Street burned on leaves of album hearts. The confused geometry of hours and split, the turning and terrible yearning of years languishes. Only you have unfurled my tortured layers, and by your enveloped pink have torn me free to be again a dandelion child once. I have chosen to be burned before these leaves layer this severe geometry. Yet I glimpse I may never be free, even years hence from a choice I left once.
Sopra la riva senza rocce, la sete più amara che tenevano nelle spalle salate, la sete della solitudine, della mancanza delle voci, degli omicidi, dei lamenti silenziosi degli affogati che in loro trovano un'accoglienza fredda. Le onde all'improvviso sono tranquille, non si muovono, non fanno rumore, solo aspettano. A loro, con incoscienza, una ragazza si avvicina, cammina, danza, con fiori avvisiti tra i capelli, pallida come la povertà. Le onde d'inverno sono scontente, sono terribilmente fredde e allo stesso tempo dolci. Dentro di loro un'anima si è spenta. All'improvviso ha cominciato a piovere. Un cane camminava e le onde avevano ancora sete.
Broken memory lost in a dark alley, overshadowed by terror, haunted by dreams. Held in her hand was the blood seeping from her mind, seeping from her body, her red silk dress torn from her soul, her limp body dangling from his hands. Every half a second she moves, grinding and rescinding, as he plunged into the recesses of her being, his mangled and stubby hands grasping and caressing her hips, tearing away her flesh, tearing away her last life. She damned the day, she damned the night, she damned the apartment surrounding her, which left her soul torn and departed, leaving her alone in her torn and battered face, bruised from nose to mouth, lifeless from mind to consciousness. She crawled to her knees. She crawled and crawled, gasping for air, reaching for a hand, any hand, one hand, the hand that will save her, a savior coming, a savior guiding. Red light surrounded her. A white sheet almost covered her face. Unconsciousness descended, consciousness ascended. Her body was weak from exhaustion, taking away her breath. Surely death must be calling. Surely it will leave her to disgrace. No, her eyes opened slowly. Her lashes rose, brought fear. She listened for the hours. She listened for the days. She would listen for the rest of her life. Nights of fear dissipated into the air, evaporated to the skies and to the suns. But what pain would linger? What hope brought relief? Only the words internally to destroy her, to slowly kill her. He ejected the poison that slowly brought a death. The end, she sang, the end, she whispered. Her soul was bruised and so she sank. She no longer felt life within her. She prayed to God for a broken memory.
Non posso più vivere sospesa, senza una storia su cui gettare l'ancora. Confusa mi muovo, in deserte strade affollate, dove corpi tutti uguali spingono anime tutte diverse. Confusa mi muovo in questa terra di confine, su cui pesano i rimorsi di tante storie, di tante memorie, tutte di nessuno, ognuna un po' mia. Confusa mi muovo senza una storia, senza una memoria fra le memorie che sia la mia. Confusa mi muovo, come fossi immobile, come fossi sospesa, come fossi una nube, che oggi c'è e domani è pioggia.